Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope all is well. Listen, for some reason I keep getting these feed right from AARP, right? I don't know, maybe it's the algorithm or something, or maybe because of maybe because I'm a few years away from 50. I don't know, but so I was watching this video with this gentleman. This is not directly from AARP, but the gentleman, I believe he said he had went to I guess some event that was hosted by AARP, and this one was pretty much about talking about retirement, right? And how much an individual should have in retirement, right? Based on whatever age that they are, right? And I'm gonna just quickly break this down for you guys, right? So that way you guys can kind of like have like an understanding as to what's going on. And then my when I do my content, right? My hope is that it kind of wake people up and start to make them think, okay, well, you know what? How can I get this started, or how can I do this, right? Let's say I'm in a situation right now where I don't have the income to make it happen, right? I can now say, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, do I need to get a part-time job? Do I need to like look for another career or whatever like that, right? But is my content is meant to make you think, right? And it's meant to make you make decisions, right? Try to resolve whatever issue you may be having, right? And um, I'm gonna quickly go through this, right? So, and for some people, it might immediately turn it might immediately turn them off because they might say, you know what, man, I can't do this. This is just way too much, right? And I will always tell people, right? Um, Whenever you're presented with something, your first reaction shouldn't be on the negative side. It shouldn't be, oh, who can do this or I can't do this. It should be, well, how can I figure this out? Okay? How can I do this? How can I get myself to this position? Okay? So, the first thing it says is, if you're 30 years old, you should have one time your income saved right now for retirement. So let's say, for example, you're 30 years old, and let's say you make 50 times. Let's say you make 50K a year. 50K a year. If you factor that as one time as your income, that's what you should have $50,000 saved up in some retirement account, whether it's an IRA or 401k, IUL, whatever, right? You should have at least 50K in there, right? Some people are listening right now and say, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that. That's impossible, whatever like that, right? Cool. And let me go through this and I'll offer some options at the very end of this, and if you guys are interested in taking a look at the option, please feel free to text me at 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. And we can talk about it, and see how we can help you start to strive, towards, resolving this, right? If you are 40 years old, you should have 3 times your income, right? So let's say, well, now you're 40 years old. Let's say you're a family man or family woman, and you're making pretty decent money, 80K, 90K, 100K a year, right? Let's just use 100, right? You should have 3 times your income. So if you're 40 years old right now, you should have at least $300,000 saved up in some account. Now, this is disturbing to me because I'm in homes every day. I do reviews of people's finances, 401k, retirement, IRAs, whatever, right? And less than 1% of the people that I meet actually have, let's say they're making 100K a year, actually have 300K. You know what I'm saying? Even people who are making 100K plus a year, most of them don't have 300K saved up in some form of retirement account. It's a small amount of people who actually have this, right? So we got to resolve that situation. Okay, well, you're making good money. Where's your money going? Why you're not investing more, blah, blah, whatever like that, right? Now, by the time you're 50, right, you should have 6 times your income. Okay, so again, if you're making 100K a year, you should have 600K saved up. And again, I think I probably met maybe 10 people who have that amount or more that I'm working with right now. You understand? So these are disturbing facts, and I'm starting to like AARP, in reference to them delivering this information out, because I also believe that they give this information out so it can snap some people out of it. A lot of people are just living their day to day, right? And then nobody's sitting down and looking at their finances. Most people don't find that they're in trouble until it's too late. Most people don't find out that they're in trouble until it's too late, because they're busy working. They're not really looking or sitting down with someone and say, hey, how much do I need for retirement? How much do I need to save a month? How long will I live for? How long is the money going to last me? Most people don't think about this stuff because they're busy working, okay? So this is what I hope my content actually does. It help enlighten people, awaken you, okay, make you think, right? And make you try to come to a resolution, okay? Also, now, if you are, by the time you are 60 years old, AARP says you need to have 10 times your income. So if you're making $100K a year, then you need to have $1 million in some retirement account. Again, whether it's a 401K, 403B, IRA, life insurance, whole life, whatever, doesn't matter, right? You need to have like $1 million. Now, here's where I would say these retirement account, especially if you haven't met the number that you need for retirement, right? Or you a little bit under that, okay? To save yourself, right? Or to protect yourself, right? So that way you get to hold on to more money. You might want to make sure that whatever account these investments are in, right? You might want to make sure that these are non-taxable account, because it's already bad enough that you didn't save enough, but you want to make sure that whatever you did save, right, that the IRS is not able to take that from you, okay? Even you saving $1 million and you retire at 60, people are living longer nowadays. They're living to 85, 87, 89. So we're talking about almost 40 years. $1 million is not going to allow you to live well, especially after taxes is taken out. So let's say you have $1 million, taxes is taken out. Let's say I leave you with $650K. I don't know what kind of lifestyle, especially when you become accustomed to a $100K a year lifestyle. I don't know what kind of lifestyle that you're gonna end up living in retirement, right? And another key factor is your health care is gonna eat into a lot of your retirement income, because when you leave the job, you come out of a group plan to an individual plan. So now your health insurance is gonna be a little bit higher. You understand? So I've actually heard from some folks. A husband and wife couple told me one time that I think when he was at work, he was paying $4 something to $5 something a month to cover him and the wife. When he left the job, it went to $800 something for him, and I believe $700 something for her, which is crazy, right? So I want to share that information with you guys today, right? Now, here's the good news, okay? Because when I ran some numbers, right, for a, let's say a person started late. Let's say they started at the age of 40. They didn't know, nobody informed them of saving, and they just didn't know, because a lot of people just don't know, okay? And now they're 40 years old, right? And when I ran some numbers, for them to be able to accumulate $1 million by the time they are in their 60s, right? They gotta contribute about $2,600 a month, and this is the one thing that people, I think, for some reason are afraid to talk to people about. That you know what I'm saying, is how much they need, is how much you need to put away. It's a realistic number, okay? I think people avoid this conversation because it's a scary number for most people. Most people don't know how they're going to do it, or even how they're going to do it consistently, right? And what I offer people is this: keep your job, right? Keep your current job, right? Stay there until you retire, and maybe give yourself an opportunity to work with us in our industry, right? Which is commission-based sales, right? And our average part-time agents, okay, makes about $48,000 to $50,000 a year. Okay, now if you have your regular job where you're making $100K a year, that's paying your bills, right? And then I'll sit down with you and I'll show you, hey, listen, if you fund your retirement account with us, right? Because we offer what's called an IUL, right? Index Universal Life. And the reason why we offer that more than anything is, remember earlier I talked about taxes, right? When you invest in an IRA, I mean in a 401k or IRA or 403b, when you start to take out distribution, you're going to pay taxes on it. When you invest in a life insurance policy, okay, or contribute, to a life insurance policy, right, by way of premiums, right? Now, when you retire, you pay zero taxation. So if you have $1 million saved up in the life insurance policy, you pay zero taxes. If you have $1 million saved up in a IRA, 401k, 403b, you're going to pay about 30 to 35% on the average. Now, they're projecting it might be a little bit higher because due to the country's deficit, okay? But I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to use about 30-35% that you're going to pay in taxes, right? So now you end up with only $630,000 compared to your full $1 million. That's $350K that's gone, okay? That's about 10 years worth of additional income that's just wiped away from taxes. So this is what we sit down with people who are working with us on this program, because a lot of people, I recruited a couple of people right now who are in their 50s and they're going through the scenario, they have no money at all saved up, okay? The most they have in their 401k, because they probably pull money out for some emergency or maybe buying their first home, is probably about 20-something K, 30K or whatever, right? And that's bad news, right? So, but when I ran this number for a 40-year-old, it's about $2,600 a month that you got to put away. Okay, well, if you do that now, that will yield you $1.1 million by the age of 62. Okay, if it's in our life insurance policy program that we have, that's 100% yours, zero taxes that you're going to pay on that. Okay, by the time you're 65 years old, you have 1.4 million. Again, that's 100% yours, zero taxes, right? So being able to do $2,600 a month contribution is really you writing 4 policies a month with us, and that should bring you roughly about $4,000 a month. Okay, you take $2,600, put it into your life insurance policy, and do that every single month until you get to the age of 61, and you start taking out your distribution, okay? And then the remainder, $1,400, you can use that to pay down some debt, put extra on your mortgage payments, treat yourself, whatever, okay? So when I say, when people hear these numbers, people don't give them a solution, okay? That's why most financial advisors don't really truly tell people, what's really real, because they know it might turn them off, because instantly they're going to say, well, I can't afford to save $2,000 a month. I've been in business now for 16 years. And I believe even up to even like 10 years ago, I didn't see myself putting this, I didn't see myself, right, putting away $3,000 plus a month. I was like, wow, who can do that? You understand? And obviously, with the blessing of God, working the business, understanding the business, and growing in the business, stuff like that. In one of my brokerage account, I'm controlling about 30% of my income, right? Right? And then in my life insurance policy, between all the policy combined and the kids and stuff like that, it's a little bit under 2 G's. And that's the monthly contribution, not even talk about whatever bonus I get, I may add a little extra in there, right? So that's roughly about 47% of what I make, right? Because I understand that, listen, I don't want to work till I'm 70 or 80 years old. I actually want to truly enjoy life. You understand? So listen, again, if you want some more information, we are hiring agents. It's a prime opportunity right now because one, a lot of people it's a lot of layoffs right now, sad to say. So which means people are going to have retirement accounts coming from their job that they want to roll over or whatever. You can help them with that. Again, they're losing their jobs. Guess what? They won't have any life insurance. You can help them with that. The opportunity is unlimited, for you, as an agent, right? Working with us, right? The comp plan is great. Bonus plan is great. We offer trips and incentives. We got so many things that we do here. It's amazing. It's a family atmosphere. It's a family, everybody help, everybody supportive. So listen, again, if you're interested, message me at 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. I look forward to speaking with you. Have a wonderful and blessed day.